going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute, but today I'm going to put you through a back and bicep workout to make you look like Spider-Man. All right, guys, so this is basically a mobility exercise for the T-spine, your thoracic spine. And this basically what it does, it allows you to, one, get better mobility to open up into your Spidey poses, and also just in general for everything you do for back movement that allows you to just open up and just gives you better posture. Right here it's called the world's greatest stretch. I like to call it the Spider-Man stretch just because you get into that Spidey pose. So essentially what you want to do is you want to be able to open up the hips. And so what you're going to do is going to drive your forearm, your elbow down towards the floor. And then you're going to rotate your T-spine towards the ceiling. Very similar to what we just did earlier, except now this one's just going to open up the hips. 6 to 10 repetitions per side. And if you're having a hard time going all the way down, use a yoga block and just kind of tap the yoga block and then rotate the torso. All right, so this is called the modified pigeon stretch. And what this does is if you're having a little bit of back pain, tightness in your back or hips, this is a great exercise. And I like to do it almost every single day, just because it allows me to open up and just make me feel better. So I like to push my hip down, rotate my torso about like 10 degrees from here, and then focus on really driving the hip that's on the bench down, as opposed to bringing your chest forward and doing this. So sink into it and do anywhere from like 10 to 20 repetitions, nice and slow. All right, so in the beginning, I like to start my workout with some core exercises, only because I hate doing core at the end of my workout. I'm too tired and I just don't want to do it. This is one of my favorite machines here. We're going to be doing a crunch, a weighted crunch. And the reason why I like this is because it hits your lower abs and your upper at the same time, because this thing comes up and then you're crunching at the same time. I make sure that you're not pulling onto the handles, meaning you're not just yanking the bar and doing your workout that way. You want to make sure that you are focusing on your breathing. So you're inhaling at the bottom and exhaling on the way up. That's going to contract your abdominal muscles a lot more. And so on the way down, you can arch your back so you can kind of extend your spine. But on the way up, I want you to think about pushing your stomach into the back pad here. So let me show you guys. And I'm barely holding on to the handle here. After that, I like to superset it with captain's chair leg raises. This is the captain's chair. So I like to keep a soft bend on my knees so I don't go straight up. So I keep a soft bend so that I can really tuck in to kind of mimic the same machine there. All right, so first exercise of the back workout is the single arm lat pull down. I like to use a handle just because it really just isolates the lats. We want to focus on making that V taper so that hourglass shape and that superhero shape. And this movement is going to help you get there. So I'm going to start by leaning over to my left side so that I can target that right side. You want to make sure you get a full stretch at the top, pull with the armpit and then the elbow. Okay, moving on to the chest supported row. This is one of my favorite machines in the gym just because it really allows you to isolate your upper lats. When you're setting this up, you want to make sure the pad is on your chest. This is why it's called the chest supported row and not on your stomach. All right, so today I'm going to give you a pro tip on hamstring curls. So for the setup, you want to make sure that you're kissing your knees together. So bring your knees in, feet together, then come down. Maintain contact with both of your knees and then begin your curl. Okay, that's going to put you in a proper position for the lying leg curl. So because we're doing single legs, I'm going to go ahead and start with both legs here. Release one and then come back down. One. So my knees are still touching. You might have to go a little bit lighter just from this tweak here, but I promise it's worth it. All right, we are here doing barbell deadlifts today. I'm going to do stiff leg deadlift, meaning it's going to be more of a hip, hamstring, lower back dominant versus just a regular traditional deadlift. A key tip when doing a deadlift, when you set this up, you want to make sure your feet are hip width apart. The bar should be directly over the middle of your foot. So that crease of your ankle, that's where the bar should be in line with. This movement's called this single arm rear delt fly using the cable machine. So I like to set up the cable based on my height, just above the head, just like this. And if you have one of these handles in your gym, which most gyms do, some of them have things like that, that's not gonna work. So make sure you have one of these. And I like to grab the handle, overhand, thumb over, and then place the strap directly over my hand, just like that. And I'm gonna be pushing through here, and I'm bringing my arm across my body, using the upright here, or the column, to support myself. And then I'm gonna lean into the working side, like so, and then really just straight arms, push down diagonally across your chest. This movement here is gonna give you those superhero shoulders, just like Spider-Man or any superhero that you admire. But it's gonna help you with your posture. It's gonna make you look taller. So we're coming into the tail end of the workout, and we are doing seated low cable rows. This is a tricky movement because I see a lot of people do this one incorrectly. But what I want you guys to focus on in this movement is to, when you pull at the elbows and drive them down towards the hips, as opposed to pulling up here, which is what most people do. And we want to focus on, when we pull, drive those elbows down. You're really gonna feel those lats engage. Keep a soft bend in the knees, lift your chest up, and pull those elbows down. So we're finishing off the workout with biceps and calves, 11 to 15 repetitions. And then we're gonna do 2 sets, a little heavier, for anywhere from 6 to 10 reps. All right, so here, key tip, pull your shoulder blades down, push your triceps into the pad, and flex those biceps. Pretty simple. I like superset calves and biceps, and we're just gonna do 2 sets here for 10 to 15 repetitions. I like to take my shoes off so I can really feel what my feet are doing in the movement. Big stretch at the bottom, pause for a second, drive back up, squeeze for a second. 1, 2, 3. All right, guys, that is a wrap for the Spider-Man workout. If you're trying to look like the webhead, then give this workout a shot. Thank you so much for being here. I'm back, and I can't wait to pump out more content for you guys. Also, check me out on Heroic Strength on Instagram. I have all my workouts there. I post all my clients there, and you guys can follow my journey there. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this workout, and subscribe for more content. See you guys soon.